The show, much like Robert Kirkman's comic series, presents the superhero genre through a more grounded and grittier lens. It skillfully balances homage and satire, showcasing alternate versions of iconic DC and Marvel heroes while offering a fresh, subversive take on familiar tropes. If you love Invincible deep dives or would rather Marvel and DC, be sure to let me know in the comments. Even with their limited screen time, the Guardians of the Globe made it clear that their role as Earth's defenders closely mirrored that of the Justice League. Among them, Darkwing stood out as the team's non-powered, brooding strategist, an expert martial artist and gadgeteer, undeniably inspired by Batman. Both heroes hold their own against super-powered allies and enemies by relying on advanced gadgets, expert martial arts, and unmatched stealth. Darkwing's shadowy ambush on Omni-Man was a perfect homage to Batman's signature tactics. The Guardians of the Globe's resident speedster, Red Rush, bears a striking resemblance to another Scarlet speedster, DC's The Flash. Beyond their superhuman speed, both heroes share a similar red color scheme, further emphasizing the clear homage. Like many superheroes in Invincible, Red Rush added a layer of realism to his abilities, describing the constant frustration of experiencing the world at a much faster pace than everyone else. However, aside from his incredible speed, it ultimately wasn't enough to save him from Omni-Man's brutal attack. While Gambit primarily relies on his iconic playing cards, Rex Splode takes a more improvisational approach, using a variety of explosive objects, like the toy letters he weaponized against Machine Head's mercenaries. Though he may lack Gambit's signature Cajun charm, Rex more than makes up for it with his unshakable and sometimes reckless confidence. Density manipulation is an often underrated yet powerful ability. The Guardians of the Globe's Green Ghost shares this skill with Marvel's Vision, as both heroes can alter their density at will, allowing them to phase through objects, increase durability, and fly. The parallels go even further, as both heroes derive their abilities from a powerful gem. Green Ghost channels power through a jade amulet, while Vision, at least in the MCU, gains his sentience and abilities from the Mind Stone embedded in his forehead. A Justice League-inspired team wouldn't be complete without a Wonder Woman counterpart, and that's exactly where War Woman fits in. Beyond their similar names and alliteration, both War Woman and Wonder Woman share numerous traits, from their warrior spirit to their immense strength and combat expertise. Both heroes possess super strength and near invulnerability, making them formidable warriors. While it's never explicitly stated, War Woman appears to be from another era, much like Wonder Woman, but instead of wielding a sword and shield, War Woman opts for a massive mace, further emphasizing her brutal combat style. The image of a massive creature, eager to face an opponent of equal power, looming over the fallen body of an alien with flight, super strength, and invulnerability, is a moment that will be remembered in comic book history for all time. Similar to his DC equivalent, Doomsday, Battle Beast craves a worthy adversary to test his strength. But it is worth noting, unlike Doomsday, he doesn't seek to annihilate his foes. Instead, Battle Beast travels across the universe in search of honor through battle. Atom Eve and Scarlet Witch possess strikingly similar abilities, both able to reshape reality at will. However, these two characters showcase completely different approaches to their reality warping powers, representing opposite ends of the spectrum in how they utilize their abilities. Atom Eve found her greatest happiness living in her tree, assisting others without waiting for a supervillain to strike. She transformed deserts into fertile lands and accelerated crop growth. In contrast, Scarlet Witch took a darker path, holding an entire town captive and completely altering their history and reality. These two shape-shifting Martian heroes have more in common than just their remarkably similar names. While both possess shape-shifting abilities, Martian Manhunter uses his powers to maintain his secret identity as John Jones, whereas Martian Man employs his shape-shifting skills in a manner more akin to Reed Richards. What they truly share is the loss of their home worlds. John's Mars was devastated by a mental plague, while Martian Man's planet was seemingly overrun by an alien invasion, a catastrophe inadvertently triggered by Mark Grayson. The Immortal is the only member of the Guardians of the Globe inspired not by a hero, but by a villain. His resurrection scene offered viewers a glimpse into his long, timeless journey across human history, showing moments from his life as a Highlander, a knight, and even as Abraham Lincoln in rapid succession. This draws a strong parallel to the DC villain Vandal Savage, another immortal, super-powered being who spans human history under various identities, like Kane or Genghis Khan, but with the goal of conquering Earth instead of saving it. They also share a striking similarity in their facial hair. The parallels between Omni-Man and Superman revolve around the central question of the series: what if Superman were evil? Both characters explore the narrative of a god living among humans. Aside from differences like heat vision, frost breath, and X-ray vision, Superman and Omni-Man share strikingly similar powers and portrayals. What sets them apart is what makes Invincible such a compelling series. Unlike Superman, Omni-Man isn't interested in blending in with humans. While he can pretend when necessary, at his core, he holds no genuine respect for humanity.